It's me.
And it's me.
Cool. How is everyone?
How are you doing, Erica?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
That's it? You're just good?
Yeah.
About everything in the world, you're good?
Yeah. I mean...
Really? There's a lot going on in the world. And you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone's got to hold it down for
it just
everyone
has to
else
be good.
when
Okay.
they fall apart. That's what I'm trying to do. Fake it till you make it.
Sure.
Yeah. Trust in the universe.
Okay.
These are all things I'm telling myself
Sure,
that I don't
yeah.
necessarily buy into, but
Okay.
I'm saying it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're good?
No.
Oh,
You weren't
okay.
going to ask. You didn't ask me.
I just did.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Were you only asking
The world's
me
crazy
so
stuff.
you
Crazy
could
stuff
answer?
going on. But no, I wasn't. I don't have anything to say about that. But goodbye.
Great. Okay. So
yeah, I don't have anything to say.
informative.
I'm just saying, yeah. Just
Oh my
wanted your hot
God.
take.
Huh? No, I don't have a hot take on it.
Do you have a cold take?
No. Yeah. Very cold.
Yeah.
Everything's dying.
Mm-hmm.
We're on a rock orbiting in a
We
black
need Bruce
void.
Willis to save us.
No.
What?
He would never.
What do you mean he would never? Have you not seen Armageddon?
No.
We should stop. You've seen Armageddon.
No, I haven't. I had
Don't
no
be one of
desire.
those people that pretend they haven't seen these awesome big movies
No,
when
and
they
I
really
actually,
have.
I haven't seen
Have you
Die
seen the
Hard
Titanic?
either. Yeah, I saw that in theaters.
Me too. My
I
mom
waited
covered my
months.
eyes over the sex scene, the making love scene.
You couldn't see anything. They were in a
Well,
car.
I don't know. I never saw it.
It's not hand on window.
Oh well, it was saw
Nothing
more than
happened.
that in my mind.
The only thing you ever saw was when he was drawing her.
Okay.
Like one of the
And
French girls.
was her upper region exposed?
Yeah.
So that's probably when my eyes were covered,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other part, they're just in a car.
steaming it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were in 6th grade. We were in 6th grade.
Nope.
Yep.
Might have been 6th grade summer, but
Nope.
it was
It was
7th.
summer going into 6th grade. Because I
No,
talked about
no,
it
no,
in
no.
6th grade with people that we saw. All right. Are we doing this?
You're wrong.
Okay. So I'm not wrong at all.
Okay.
Our freshman year in high school, it was the year 2000. So that means 8th grade would have been 99, 7th grade 98.
Okay, great. Math fun. Just
I'm telling
look it
you.
up.
So when I find out, I can show you.
All I remember was
Titanic
one of the
came out
girls
in
in our
97.
class saw it 14 times in 7th grade, and that's all she talked
Okay,
about.
I'm sure it still played for 8 months, but it was definitely came out when we were in 6th grade because I had a class that we talked about it in 6th grade.
Okay.
So I know it was in 6th grade. It wasn't in 7th grade.
All right. Whatever. I don't know. All I know is I waited months after it came out because I didn't care, and finally it was like, hey, everyone's talking about it. Apparently I have to see it.
Boom. December 19th, 1997. That means we were in 6th grade.
I don't know if that means we were in
I'm telling you.
6th grade.
That's why when you ignored me before when I was doing the
But
math.
you doing your
I told
math
you,
doesn't mean
we
anything
were
to me.
freshmen. Okay, let's start it way back. So, and when we were seniors in high school, it was 2004. Even though I know you graduated a year early, still 2004 was when we were 17, 18. You were 18, I was 17 because you're older than me. And then so I was 17.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you
Okay,
were.
whatever.
You graduated at 18. You would have graduated at 18 if you waited 4 years in high school, and I did 4 years in high school and graduated at 17 because my birthday was in July.
Oh, is it?
It was. So anyway, so 2004 we were seniors, 2003 we were juniors, 2002 we were sophomores, 2000. Wait, now I'm already getting 2001. We were.
This is great to listen to. Thank you so much for all of
We were
this.
freshmen. 2000, we were 8th grade. 99, we were 7th grade. 98, 6, 97 came out in 5th grade. So December in 5th grade. So we were still in elementary
It
school.
was not 5th grade.
I just did the math.
None of what you
1997. Let's go the other way. You were born in 86.
Stop.
10 years,
Talking.
11 years later was 80. It was 97 when it came out.
All right, I'm so over this. I don't even care in the slightest. Thank you for that information that no one needed to hear.
Everyone's like, yeah, no, his math is checking out. So, okay, go on.
There's Bigfoot news.
There's always Bigfoot news.
No, actually, there isn't. This is good Bigfoot news, I hope, because there's a video involved.
Okay.
I really hope
you think this
good.
Might be it? This might be the one. Maybe we got him this time and we haven't heard about it yet, but...
Maybe.
Okay.
I was just watching Expedition Bigfoot on Discovery Plus. I really enjoy it. And... they went to where the infamous video was shot, the
Patterson
Gimlin one, and they took what did they take LiDAR and they scanned the entire area where the Miss Bigfoot was spotted, and they had a guy, computer tech dude, whiz person. He took that and then took the video and laid them on top of each other. And there were just enough signifiers from both the videos. Like, these trees are still here. These are the same trees from the video. Okay. And it was really cool. So they could determine how big the Bigfoot was.
Oh, okay.
And they were surprised because, yes and no. So it was a female in the video, and they said she was about 6.5 feet tall. She wasn't that tall.
Okay, so it's just a couple inches taller than me.
Yeah, so they thought she would be taller, but then they were trying to say, females are always a little bit shorter, on average. Yeah. And so if most people, when they see a Bigfoot, it's over 7 feet, that wouldn't be crazy for it to be 7.5.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks out.
It's pretty cool, though, how they, put both terrains
together.
From then and now on top of each other. Mm-hmm. It's really neat. So in this video though, it was captured by a guy in Canada, and it shows a pair of eerie figures stalking a deer in a forest, and some think that the odd interlopers could have been Bigfoot. So there's 2 of them. That's pretty cool. The strange scene was filmed earlier this year by Terrence Liano as he was doing a live demonstration of his throat singing technique for his TikTok channel. Yes, this is so random and I love it. As the start of the video, he acknowledges a deer that has emerged from nearby woods, and what he theorized was the creature looking for where the sound was coming from. Probably. The deer is probably like, what is this? I've never heard this before. As he was talking to the viewers moments earlier, he begins throat singing then, and the mesmerizing sound not only seems to draw the attention of the deer, but also appears to attract some rather unsettling and mysterious observers. So TikTok's not live, right? It's just recorded.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it probably can be.
I don't know. I've never done TikTok. As I don't know how you say his name. Leano. Liano. I don't know. But he's cool. And his singing, he's doing it. He positions the camera to film the deer watching him. And at that moment, a pair of dark figures emerged from behind some trees off in the distance. It was only later that viewers noticed the curious audience members in the forest that had gone unnoticed at the time that the video was filmed. Given the woodland setting of the scene, some observers have suggested that perhaps his throat singing had not only caused the deer to come look, but also the 2 Bigfoot. The big feeders. The Sasquatch. Skeptically minded viewers, on the other hand, of course, thought that it was just other deer that didn't really come into view or weren't clear. I don't know. I guess it could be a hoax. There's always that possibility. I don't know. I really want to see this, though, and I'm assuming when I press play, it'll be an ad. Let's find out. It always is. Oh, it's not. Okay, so let's make it bigger. That didn't do anything. Okay. Oh, I like him. He's got luxurious hair. So he's singing. Deer comes into the background. I'm waiting for it. He's going to pan to check on the deer. I don't know.
What?
I see the deer. See the two things
You're
in the...
saying,
Whoa.
Oh, that's deer.
You think?
Yeah.
What's that walking there, though?
Where?
That's not a deer walking. So behind him, it's like a bunch of leaves, trees. Nothing's green. That thing walking... That's taller than the deer, and it's...
Well, it's...
That's on 2 feet!
That looks like a deer.
And look at this shadow that's moving.
Yeah, I don't know. The shadow looks crazier, but... Oh, you zoom in, it looks like...
Ew! It's definitely too far to tell if it's a person in a costume.
If that's zoomed in, though, I mean, it definitely looks more like a Bigfoot. But is it him just doing this, or is this...
I don't think so, because it's pretty random to get a deer to walk up. I think he was... I don't know. That would freak me out. And he's claiming he didn't know they were behind him during it.
Yeah, that's the creepiest part, if that's true.
That stuff is so scary to me, to look at footage later and know you were in potential danger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And have no idea. Have you ever done anything like that?
No, I don't think I've had that. Maybe, but I don't think so.
Huh. I don't know if I have.
Yeah, not to like see someone behind you or something.
Oh, very scary. I will say I always check my car before I get in it.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. I've seen too many scary movies where it's like they adjust their rearview mirror and then they're there.
Yeah,
it's so scary. Yeah. But to look and then see, I mean, he's like in the woods.
Yeah.
So like, that's so scary because he's
it's hard to say if he set it up or if it's a real Bigfoot, because like it definitely looks like Bigfoot when they zoom in.
It's also like they were saying, if it attracted the deer to come look.
Yeah, it would attract everything, probably. Yeah.
The way to find Bigfoot.
TikTok?
Throat singing.
Yeah. Can you throat sing?
No.
Is that the thing where you're like, oh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that, so.
Oh, well.
There you go.
You
You
want to go into the woods and then check back?
Yeah. Yeah, we can give him a
do
call.
Instagram Live and people can tell you if there's something about to tear your arms off or not.
Yeah, they don't appear to be mad at it. They're just like curious. Like
what
the hell is this noise?
The deer doesn't seem to be paying attention to the Bigfoot.
Either, yeah.
I don't know.
But if big feet are real, then deer are very used to them, probably.
Like, right. Yeah, I would assume.
And they probably don't run from them necessarily because, like, most animals that are predators, other prey doesn't always just run from them because it's just not always the time to be eaten.
I will say a lot of the Bigfoot shows always assume when they see like a dead deer, like carcass, that it's Bigfoot. So if that's true, Bigfoot are eating deer.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the deer are always afraid of Bigfoot. Because like there's like antelope don't just always run from lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on.
I think they do most of the time.
Yeah, but they're not all. I mean, it's just
maybe
more.
Maybe the deer didn't know it was behind him.
Yeah, that's true too.
He was enamored by the singing.
Yeah.
He couldn't. He was thrown off. Okay. I don't know why I'm going to talk about this one because it's going to be something I enjoy. There's a security camera and it filmed an odd, quote, alien strolling across the driveway in Texas.
Where in Texas?
We'll find out. I
want to see this.
Have seen so many videos like this over the years where it's like a garage like camera and okay.
So what we have here is like a carport, well lit carport. There's a couple motorcycles in it, some trucks, and a bobcat parked outside, like in the driveway. So I'm presuming that you're going to see him well lit walk by, because it looks like the only path he could walk is a very well lit.
Yeah, you're right.
Area.
Because there was this video looks like someone set up like the one where you don't watch or have never watched Harry Potter, but There was like a weird Dobby the house elf that was caught on one, and that was so
Similar.
freaky. Even though Dobby's cool, I just don't. These things that get caught. So like this is freaky to me too. Just like the throat singer guy, like to go and look. Like every once in a while, I'll look at like our cameras
Me
at
too,
night.
and I'm
So I'm
like,
I wonder if there's a kitty that was there, and I should like make sure it needs
I always
food
look
or
to
not.
see if there's a crazy person standing there.
I always looking for like kitties, and then it's like,
I see kitties,
what
but
if
I don't see crazy people.
I do this, and there's like a person that's just standing still for like 4 hours?
I want to know that though.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
But it's like,
but that's
this
what
could
I'm
be
always
that
expecting
moment
to see.
Before my life has this
like
in
the
it.
scene in Paranormal Activity where the white Katie's just standing there staring at him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same kind of, I expect to see, like, is there going to be a crazy person?
At least he knows her.
I mean, yeah, you definitely would rather have someone walking around your front yard on a video, I feel like even if they're on drugs or whatever, just kind of walking around curious versus someone just standing there. Like, if someone, like, tried to open the door, that would be very scary, but if someone's just standing there and, like, they didn't get in, whatever, but if someone's just standing there, like, looking at the door or you, like, that's worse. Or the camera, that's worse.
I don't like it. I don't know what I would do with that information. Leave forever.
Yeah, that would be, because you likely won't know who they are.
Yeah.
You're not going to sleep for a while if they're if it's a creepy situation.
Yeah, I would much rather see a ghost on the camera.
No, let's not get crazy.
I'd
rather something that I can shoot with a gun.
Why?
So I can shoot him with a gun.
I mean, like, I don't want to have to deal with that. If it's a ghost, there's nothing I can do. Just say, hey, exactly. Go away.
Yeah, and he's like, screw you. I'm going to haunt you forever.
No, you can claim space.
No, you can't really. They just say that.
No,
you can't always.
Yes, you can.
I feel like that, like, on those shows, it, like, works half the time.
No.
I don't know. Agree to disagree?
No, you're wrong.
I don't know.
So this puzzling piece of home security footage is from Texas. It shows a mysterious bipedal figure scurrying across a driveway before disappearing into the night. The very weird scene reportedly unfolded earlier this month outside the residence of Victoria Alvarez, who lives in the community of La Union. Bewildered by what the camera overlooking her carport had filmed, she subsequently shared the video with a local TV station in hopes of deciphering what the hell was in her carport. Observers online have offered a variety of theories for the nature of the mysterious figure. Some suggest that it is an alien. Others think that it's an enigmatic dogman, which is one of my favorite things. I love dogman. Not good. I would rather, I don't know. Dogman and aliens are, they're kind of similar. Because dogmen have, like, psychic abilities to hypnotize you and draw you out of your house, and then you come to and don't know why, and then you realize there's a thing chasing you from, like, the edge of your property.
I did not know this one. Okay.
Yeah, they can't. It's like there's almost like a vampire rule with them, where, like, they can't enter the house. They have to get you out of it. And they have a way of doing it that is, like, paranormal.
Okay.
Which I hate. Doop. Oh, because this is near the area where the Amarillo Zoo, remember our dogman picture? They still haven't figured out what that is yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe it is dogman then. Oh, scary. More skeptical-minded viewers, however, have argued that the alien was probably just a would-be thief checking for an unlocked car door.
Okay.
That would explain the hasty exit from the scene.
Very intrigued.
I'm really excited. I hope it looks like Dogman. Not. Ew! It just ran by. Ew! So it doesn't walk through. It's just like in the background.
In the very back, like in the dark.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
And then that's it. Does it come back for?
Start it again. Just
round 2. No.
We just restart it and then we'll watch the whole thing and see if there's rounds.
Ew! It looks like.
Looks like a kid, though, kind of.
It looks like a Santa's elf, like, tiptoeing back to the chimney.
Yeah, it does. Like, but where's it start again? Start it?
It looks like it just starts kind of in the middle of nowhere. The camera must have caught it.
Yeah, it turned on as he was jumping out of the truck or something.
No, that...
Like jumping out of the bed or something, I mean. I feel like that's just a kid.
That is so
like
tiny.
running back.
Barely
Yeah,
is the size of the wheel.
Yeah. Well,
why is the kid out at this time?
What time is it?
It looked like it was late. No,
it's just dark. I mean, it doesn't. Kid could have like just be out front, just ran over there real fast. I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I'm not like sold that it's like an alien.
Ew, I don't like it.
I mean, it kind of looks like someone running without shoes on rocks, though, where you're kind of like pick up your, like you're on your toes more. Like you're not putting your whole foot down.
Yeah, it looks like it's tiptoeing like a...
But like, I mean, like a person like running like, oh, don't want to hit the spiky parts. Yeah, no, I don't even think it's a kid. I think it's just a person. Kind of crouched down because it's cold out.
Crouched down?
It looks like he's cold, kind of running. He just ran out to get something.
They're too small.
I don't think it is too small. I think it's the angle. We're pretty low. Look at the motorcycle handlebars. We're the height of there. So we're like 4 feet off the ground looking up at a lifted truck. I think we're not.
He's not even at the tire.
He's past the tire. He's past the tire. And he's past the truck. So perception, like he's probably 10, 15 feet in front of the truck.
No way. Because then the light wouldn't hit them.
I think it's just a person.
I don't know why they're running like that.
Looks like he's wearing pants or shorts or something too.
I don't know.
We definitely need to post that or something.
I really would like to know
see what people think.
I don't like how they're running no matter what it is.
Yeah.
It does not feel good. I don't like it. I would hate seeing that on our camera.
Yeah. We've never seen anything good on our camera. I've had stuff stolen from my truck and I couldn't see anything. It didn't activate the camera. So, yeah, I don't know.
We did see a cat jump on our gate and it wasn't locked, and then the door opened when they jumped on it and it was like, wow. Yeah. That was cute.
Yeah, we've definitely seen cats a few times.
Yeah.
They'll set it off, but a burglar stealing from my truck won't.
Yeah. So I wanted to see. Oh, I don't know which news I want to do. I'll do this one. Apparently, there's a satanic goat man that chased an alarmed person around, and I want to know more about it.
Okay.
Have you heard of Goat Man?
No, I assume it's just like Dog Man, but Goat Man.
Yeah, less seen, but still around.
Okay.
I don't hate the idea of a Goat Man.
But do you believe the idea of a Goat Man?
I
feel like that's too much of a stretch. You believe in everything?
To some extent.
You don't? Okay, well, Goat Man?
I would want to know a little bit more.
Okay, well, we'll read this article and then we'll decide if there's a Goat Man.
Have you ever thought about if the thing is more goat or more man?
Like, well, I don't think there's a Goat Man.
It's not the point.
Okay, would he be more goat or more man?
Which part's goat? Which part's man?
His head is obviously goat. His his legs, his feet are obviously goat. Start at the bottom. His feet and legs, goat. Tail, goat. Tail's definitely not human.
He wouldn't have one.
Yeah, torso up, I guess, his head, but he has horns.
Yeah.
Whose penis does he have?
Oh my God. Neither.
Huh? Neither? No penis?
None.
Both.
Oh no.
Yeah, he has both penises.
I hate this.
Yeah. And he has a hairy chest. No? You don't see hairy?
I see like 80% goat.
What are his hands?
Hooves.
What are his feet?
Hooves.
What is his butt?
Goat.
What's his legs?
Goat.
His torso?
Mostly goat.
Really? That's more than 80% now.
No, because it transitions.
So where is it transition?
Like belly button.
Oh.
But
okay.
it's a
So
slow
you just said
transition.
80%.
Yeah, that's all the way up to belly
80%
button.
is
It's
up
all
to-
goat. That's at least 60.
Up to
And
belly,
I'm
but your
saying
torso's
his
from here to
arms
here, then.
and his hands are
Okay.
also goat.
Okay, so you're
And
saying...
he has horns. More goat.
What's his face?
Goat-like.
Wow, this is like 95% goat.
So
This
first
is-
you tell me I'm wrong
Well,
about
you
my
are
own percent.
you are
and now
wrong
you're
about your
telling me-
percentage, and now you're saying he's like 95% goat.
Wow. Thank
So
you
all you
for
see that
nothing.
this goat person has is a human penis?
My God. A young Romanian man encounters what he describes as a goat man while walking home one evening. It chases him until he reaches his house. Ugh, you can't outrun a goat man.
Yeah.
That would be hard. At
First
least you could
mistake.
hear them coming.
Yeah.
His grandmother reacts saying it is a satanic being. The following account was forwarded to the person who runs this website, phantomsandmonsters.com. I love this website. He says, I want to tell you that I suffered 5 years ago in the village of Capul in Romania. One morning when I was 18 years old, I went with my friends to swim in the river. I stayed there until the evening, ate, etc. At around 9 p.m. in the evening, we decided to go home. We gathered our things, but threw ourselves once more in the water. After we left, we walked all together about 200 to 250 meters. Each went to their house. After we broke up, I was left alone and I kept walking towards my home. It was a bit cold and it was a little windy. I arrived at the grocery store in the middle of the village. It was dark and the lights near the street were blinking. So I said I would wait a bit to see if anyone passed by there to go with them down the valley so I did not feel alone. But no one passed. I decided to go home alone. But it was eerie. I started to walk, and about 100 meters from that store, I see about 15 meters in front of me someone who is tall and very wide. I thought it was a man from the village. I walked faster towards him to walk with him, meaning that I was not afraid anymore. As I was walking towards him, I heard strange noises. He was on the other side of the street. I decided to go faster and overcome him. No, I would want him in front of me, I think, right?
Yeah, you never want to be in front of the
Unknown,
yeah.
potentially threatening goat man.
Mm-hmm.
When I got nearer to him, I noticed that he had a big head shaped like a goat's head. Sounds like I'm right.
But the penis was shaped like...
The creature was very hairy. I quickly walked by the creature, but I turned my head and looked in its eyes. I had an overwhelming sense of sadness and fear, and I started to cry. Ooh, that's kind of scary. I want to describe this creature as best as possible. It had red eyes and horns with gray hair. I believe it had human-like hands, but the feet were definitely hooved by the noise it made when walking upright. It yelled and started to run towards me. I started screaming in fear, but no one seemed to hear me. I entered my alley/street. I could barely breathe because I was not used to running. I looked behind me and saw that it disappeared. I quickly opened the gate at my house. I ran in the door. I went into the house crying. My grandmother asked me what I suffered, and I explained everything. She said she didn't believe me.
Oh, wow.
Grandma, that's not cool.
It sounds like a demon.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a demon description too?
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, definitely hooves, horns, red eyes.
Yeah,
Not good.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
She's like, you fool, demon. After I calmed down and told her I left the door open, she said she was going to close it and that she wouldn't let me out for a while. She left the house. I was looking out the open window as my grandmother walked to the gate. I heard her scream and watched as she quickly ran to the house. She went quickly into the kitchen and took 4 large garlic cloves, blessed oil, and an, I don't know how you say this, akiasma with holy water. She anointed me with garlic oil and the holy water and gave me a crucifix and told me to close my eyes and say, Our Father. She threw the garlic on the door and the gate. Now it's sounding vampire-y. When my grandmother came back, she told me that our family has had problems with this creature before.
Wait,
What?
so she didn't believe her at first? But she's had the problems before?
Well, apparently it's plagued their family. That's crazy. So is she just trying to protect them? Like, not let them worry yet,
Probably,
potentially?
yeah.
Why does the gate need to be closed? That's like, it could get
Can't go
closer.
through it,
They must
yeah.
have it like blessed or something where it's like that's a line, and if it's open, then maybe they
Yeah.
can get in. She told me that the goat man I saw was Satan.
There you
No,
go.
not even like a
Woo, I
demon.
win.
No,
That's kind of, there's way more demon than goat man.
Satan's a whole other level.
Yeah.
And that a woman from the village had cursed our family years earlier.
Whoa,
Why? The creature was on the neighbor's bench when she went to get the gate. It's just hanging out. So that neighbor's bench. So like, and when it saw my grandmother, it looked into her eyes with malice. From that moment, I did not leave the house, and my grandmother called my father to bring me to France. That Romania was too dangerous for me to stay. That was 5 years ago. My grandmother still refuses to let me visit her.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So they're haunted by Satan? That's pretty bad.
I'm confused that somebody can curse you with like that. Usually it's like a curse is like this bad thing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So does she control Satan?
I mean, or just a demon in general that works for Satan. I mean, why did she jump to Satan? Just because she assumes...
She's grandma and she knows how to keep it out, so clearly she knows things.
Yeah, she knows how to keep it out. So, I mean, she's been dealing with it for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, why not, like, call a priest? That's like a holy fight right
Maybe
there.
she
right?
did.
I mean, call
I
another
don't know
priest.
If they have priests. I don't know what their religion is.
Well, who
but
cares if you're religious or not? Call it, that's
all
a
the
holy
people?
thing. Wasn't that like a holy thing at that point? If you think it's the devil, then you believe that there's heaven and hell, right? And so
don't
you
know.
believe that it's a Christian Catholic matter, right?
I don't think so.
You think that other people can be involved with Christian Catholic matter? Like you would think it's...
They never said it was Catholic.
Yeah, I know. That's
All
what I'm
kinds of
saying.
people believe
Call
in
a
Satan, not
priest.
just Catholics.
Right, but, well, really?
Yeah.
News to me. I don't know.
That's horrifying. Why won't she move?
Yeah.
Will it
That's
follow
also
her? Is that the presumption?
I mean, I don't know. It won't follow through the gate, right?
Yeah, but I don't like that at all. I think that's really creepy. I want to read a couple of these because I've been reading ghost stories lately, kind of like that one. And ghost stories make me really happy. Sorry. But they do. Do you want to hear one?
Sure. I sure do.
Okay. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Have you had any weird dreams or anything you'd rather talk about? Because your
No.
stuff is always scarier.
No, I'm good. Nothing bad.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust you anymore after knowing you never told me the thing that happened in the hotel.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's how long you didn't tell me. That's my point. Okay. Should we just start with the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is called Little Hands Smell Like Cabbage. I've never lived in a haunted house, but my mother did as a teen. This is from Reddit user Patented Space Hook. It's funny. Recounting a true event. Other houses on her street had strange things going on too. A few homes away from her lived a family. One night, the daughter went to bed with a bad headache. The next day, she was dead. She had passed away from an aneurysm. After her funeral, the family went away to get their minds off the tragedy. And the father asked my uncle, my mom's brother, to check on their pets. My mom and dad, who were dating at the time, went with him. My mother had heard there was a grand piano and she wanted to play it. My dad was studying to be a vet. After entering the house, my uncle and my father headed to the basement to see the animals, and my mom went to the piano on the ground floor. She was playing it when she felt something brush her ankles. She thought a cat must have left the basement and walked past her. She kept playing, and then she felt it again. She looked under the piano and saw nothing. When she started again, she felt hands clasp her legs tightly. She dashed to the basement door, called my uncle and father, and waited for them. Back outside, my uncle could tell my mom was rattled and asked what was wrong. She told him what had happened, and he turned white. He told her the daughter who had died used to play a game with her father. When he played the piano, she'd crawl underneath, grab his ankles, and push his feet up and down on the pedals.
Yeah, okay.
That's
creepy.
So creepy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like... Even if I... that would be a hard one for me to accept because I wouldn't want to be touched that intensely.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be touched at all.
No, but at least it's only with the piano.
Yeah, definitely get rid of the piano.
No, you can't. That'll make her mad.
She'll just stick with the piano.
No, she won't.
She's attached.
She'll be, yeah, after she's tortured you for a while, she can still pop over to the piano and pop back to horrify you.
Yeah, okay. Keep the piano there and move.
Yeah, definitely. Do you ever wonder if, like, you're at a thrift store, things are...
No, I've never thought of that, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I've never thought of it, like, of items haunted. I don't really think of that much.
You don't...
But I think it's real, but I don't think I've ever thought of that at a thrift store or that kind of thing.
I don't think things... I think things can be haunted, but I don't think things are, like, trapped haunted on them. Like, I think...
What about spaces? Like rooms? Same thing?
I think, like, places can absorb energy and then it is kind of a residual stickiness.
So you don't think that's
there.
a real haunting? You think it's just an energy?
No, I think that's straight up a ghost kid.
Oh, okay. No, but in general, like, you think a room can have, like, just like an energy there, but not like a soul or a
No, I'm
ghost?
saying you could have an active haunting and a not active haunting.
Okay.
And this one is clearly, like, it's intelligent and active. Like, she's responding to a thing that is happening in our present time.
Sure.
But I also think there's, like, maybe, like, if you had a haunted object, maybe it's, like, residual, and it's just kind of, like, yucky because somebody yucky was involved with it.
Sure.
That's where you get those people who can, like, touch something and then see, like, oh, this is bad.
See what it is. Yeah.
But I think that also means that, like, if it was a bad, mean person's thing, that they can maybe come back and hang out with it. Or if you do something to it, then the, like, ghost person can come and be mad.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know if, like, an object, is haunted or it just was important to somebody. And if you mess with it, then you're going to invite them. So they always
kind of watch it?
Maybe. They always say, like, with remodeling houses and stuff, that, like...
and that's what I do for a living.
Yeah, but you're not the one asking for it to be remodeled.
But it's always the owners. The work. No. I thought it's always the one doing the work.
No, it's always the owners.
That's good to know. I have a couple old houses I'm about to start on.
So, no. I mean, I've heard of people who, like, quit jobs because things are too weird. Yeah. But then they're good. It's the people who, like, lived there.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. You've thought about that before?
About the...
remodeling an old home and, like...
Oh, of course, yeah.
You've thought about that, but not, like, haunted objects at thrift stores?
No, I mean, I definitely believe in ghosts, and I definitely think when you're in an old house that's, like, over 100 years old, there's a good chance people have died in it or have been, like, attached to it, and, yeah.
How do you feel about moving into a home where someone had died?
We won't. Doesn't matter. We will. It's a moot point. We will never do that.
But you wouldn't, like, that would weird you out? No. Like, you wouldn't want that?
No, it wouldn't weird me out because we wouldn't even be looking at that house. We would not do that.
How do you know? Is there, like, a thing you can check? Well, in California,
you know if anyone, like, it's a law. You're supposed to know if anyone's died in the house.
But at some point, every house has had someone probably die in it.
I don't know. I think you can ask or something. I think in California, I think you legally have to, like, that's one of the, like, rights to find out. But I don't know. I mean, it's not the same in every state, so I don't know.
That would be too much for you. What if they were happy and they died of old age?
No. Don't want anyone dead. I just want a new house.
Oh, my God. I like old houses.
More people have lived in my house before. No. Nope.
Why?
I don't want ghosts.
Okay. That doesn't really bother me.
It does. You just pretend. It would bother you.
My mom, when she was little, she found out later, like, she never liked the room, and she found out somebody had committed suicide in it.
There you go. Yeah. So what's the point there? It's awful.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what if somebody loved the home and they're kind and they're almost like a guardian ghost that, like, you know,
No, they
looks
don't
out
need to
for
be,
you?
because if they're looking out because they love the house, it was a great experience, and that means they have like an attachment to how things are, and that means if you start changing things or acting differently, then they might not like you.
Maybe.
Yeah, screw those ghosts. They're
Oh, wow.
the ones that we don't know. They're at other houses. That
Little do we know, 15 people have died in this home.
our biggest listeners are ghosts.
Our house had a
No,
cult
no,
that
it
all.
didn't. It definitely did not.
Oh my God. I don't know if it was like just a peaceful thing, like no like suicides or
I mean, that's
anything.
better, but no, don't need it. Don't need the chance.
I don't mind it. I mean, I feel like you can ask anything to leave.
Yeah, you can ask it. Doesn't mean it will.
I really think they would.
Sometimes it like pisses them off more.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
You don't watch half or
I
as
watch
much or read
half
as much
of them.
as I do.
And it pisses them off half of the time.
Huh. Well, good luck with that.
I don't need any luck. I'm not moving into those houses.
You can't know that.
I can know it. I have ways.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely don't. Okay, I want to read at least one more. This one's about an attic. How do you feel about attics? Is an attic scarier or a basement?
So for me, I don't have much experience in basements, but I have a lot of experience in crawl spaces. And I'll tell you that it's creepier, I think, in attics than crawl spaces.
Really?
Every time. Even though, which is crazy, because an attic, you could theoretically, like, kind of run out faster.
Fight?
Yeah, you have more room. In crawl space, you're, like, laying on your stomach. And you'd think, I always think in crawl spaces, oh, I'm going to see, like, a raccoon or, like, a snake or, like, yeah. But in attic, it's way creepier. And I mean, as far as like vibes I only really get creepy vibes in attics versus crawl spaces. So, and versus rooms. Like when you get the like creepy feeling like in rooms, I'll definitely get that occasionally in attics. Attic work, not all attics, like only like your parents' attic I was in like not long
I like
ago.
that attic.
I don't have any like feeling there. I don't feel like our attic. I don't feel anything. There's certain attics I've definitely felt like nervous about, like a nervous energy.
Were they old houses?
No, I mean one specifically I'm remembering was like probably made in like real late 90s, maybe early 2000s.
Not scary then.
Why?
Because it's like it's new
and you're already
and
feeling
it's
this.
weird.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think that if you feel energy in a room that by yourself, then I definitely think there's like you're feeling something.
Yeah, I do too.
I definitely don't think you're just making it up.
No.
Like when we looked at houses for sale, I remember we looked at one over by the fairgrounds, remember? And I think I told you like it had stairs that went to the roof, remember? Outside.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember when we walked into the master bedroom, there was I remember it was super eerie, creepy vibe.
I do remember that.
And I remember I think you and me shared later that we both shared the same like a weird vibe in there. And then it turned out like an old lady lived there. And then we were assuming she died in there, but we don't know.
It was strange.
It was a very weird
It was
feeling.
painted like kind of creepy colors that were unsettling. It was like a Pepto pink in one room, I remember. And it was odd.
I just remember going in the corner. The more and more I walked towards the corner, the like southeast corner of the master bedroom, it felt like way more unsettling. Like every step you would take. That was one of the heaviest like energies I remember. I feel like I felt.
Really?
Like ever. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel good in there either.
Yeah.
I remember that house.
And I remember just kind of smiling awkwardly, looking around like, okay, well, I already know we're not getting this house, so let's keep walking. And there were stairs that went to the roof, which was just kind of a weird, like, who lived there before us? They had stairs just going to the roof on, like, not a flat roof. It was like a regular roof.
I remember that.
That was weird.
I think it was so they could watch fireworks near the fairgrounds.
Probably, but it was just weird place. And then they had the giant, was that the one that had the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of cool,
enclosure.
but yeah. So
Yeah,
some
that's
cat
kinda-
lady died there,
Yeah.
and she, yeah,
I definitely trust in those feelings.
for sure, you have to. Yeah,
Because it's just
you don't just randomly feel certain ways for no reason, especially when you like might go into the situation feeling normal and fine and comfortable, and then you all of a sudden get hit with this like looking over your shoulder feeling. Like that, you need to pay attention to that stuff for sure.
I hate that. I finally stopped getting the feeling of when I'm walking to bed and like you need to run.
Oh, that's good to know.
I used to do that until I was like at least like 23 or something.
So you did that at the apartment?
No.
Or no, you were like just past that. So well, you just did in like Kenwood and your parents, both haunted places. So,
Yeah.
So that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta run to bed.
I would do
bed
it
is
a little
safe,
bit
and
at
that
my
is understood by
parents'
ghosts
house.
and demons.
Yeah.
It is
It's like
homemade.
an unwritten rule.
You cannot get me here. It is
If I'm
sacred.
under the covers, you cannot disturb me.
But you know why that is?
If the
It's
light's
because-
on, you cannot bother me.
No, for sure. I've got you now.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I believe so much in the power of like intention. So
Mm-hmm.
if you convince yourself your bed is safe,
Then it becomes
It
a safe
is.
place. Sure, I like that.
and that's the same reason why I feel convinced that if I tell something it has to go and leave me the hell alone, it will.
I've absolutely said that like many
you don't
times in my life.
believe
No, I
it.
do believe that. I just don't know if it all. I don't 100% believe that it always will work, but I've said that many times when I feel like uneasy and stuff. Like if I feel like something's there, I'll say, "Leave. You don't have my permission. Leave. Like you cannot be here. Leave now."
Yeah.
I've said that kind of stuff, and I feel like sometimes it's worked.
I think if you believe it, I think that's why so often, because for a long time I was confused by saying like, using the Lord's name to like that always works, and it's like, why does it
Right.
work? And it's that's like a faith-based thing.
It never works on the movies. It just pisses them off more.
Well, maybe they don't believe it,
Yeah.
but I think for a lot of people who are saying it and it's worked are like, that's their whole faith. Like they
Sure.
hang their hat on that being all legit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hear it
they're
working, then it's like, maybe
Right.
I do buy into it then when I'm scared.
Sure.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because, Baby J exists. Not really.
Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, JC.
Yeah.
From NSYNC.
Jay-Z from NSYNC?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It's one of the guys' names.
Jay-Z?
C.
C. Jay-Z.
Jesus Christ. JC.
CJ. Jay-Z. C. Jay-Z. Wait, CJ? What's his name? What was JC Sajay. Wait.
Shazay.
Is that his name? JC Sajay? Sajay.
You're turning into
I don't
one.
remember.
And I really don't like it.
Uh-huh.
But I think that's why that stuff works.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do.
I said that about NSYNC and then they left. And they never came back.
You said what about
I
them?
said, leave. You're not welcome on this plane.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and then they
Actually,
left.
whatever.
I said, JT, you're okay. Everyone else leave.
I don't know how I feel about him either.
Yeah, well, that's just what I said at the time.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll read one more. I think I want to do. I'll do attic. I got to. Okay, so this is from Diggs Dawes. Okay, so their stories about them recounting their scariest of ghost stories about living in a place that was obviously teeming with honest to goodness members of the spiritual world. They pointed out the irony of ghost stories that begin with the phrase, I don't believe in ghosts. But that happens so much.
Seems
I don't
like
have a ghost story, but this thing happened where all of my
That's 'cause people
knives
just wanna
were in the
give
ceiling.
credibility
Like, what?
to Their story.
It's because people are scared that they're going to be
They're gonna
made
be-
fun
yeah,
of.
exactly. So they want to give credibility to it. Yeah.
Well, and like, I'm not crazy, but this,
Yeah.
crazy thing happened.
Like, I don't believe in ghosts, but this happened to me one time.
Yeah, like, okay. Still don't believe him though. Don't worry, I'm not weird. Like what? A few years ago, I moved into a one-bedroom apartment in Melbourne, Australia. They went on to recall it was my first time living on my own. The apartment block had been built in the 30s. I'd been there for a few months when I came home from a work I came home from work one day and went into the bathroom. I saw something strange. A wooden board which had covered a hole in the ceiling that led into a small attic space. Yuck.
Also a big wooden board.
A wooden board which had covered a hole in the ceiling that led to a small attic space lay fractured in 2 pieces on the ground. Oh, I examined the pieces. The board was an inch thick, and it would have taken Bruce Lee to break it. I thought the landlord had sent someone to work on the attic. I was frozen stiff with fear. Someone is up there for sure, I thought.
It just fell?
Yeah, and broke.
Yeah, I would...
Leave.
Oh, man, I don't know what I would do.
Back away slowly.
Throw a grenade up there and get the fuck out of there.
I emailed pictures to the landlord asking if anyone had been there.
So now there's a hole into the attic?
Well, it revealed a small attic space.
Yeah.
Her reply read, "Please call me as soon as you are able to."
Oh, fuck
Ew!
that.
I called, and she explained that her last 2 tenants had said the same thing had happened. She promised to replace the board, and she did.
Not only that's happened,
They're gone.
but like the landlord feels the urge to say, "Call me right now," meaning the landlord knows more information than the landlord's telling
why are
them.
you hurried?
It's not just simply that 2 people also said this.
Ew.
It's like there's some bad shit happening.
Ew, I hate it. I hate it.
Call me right now.
Please
like,
call
get
me
the
immediately.
fuck out of here.
Just call them. They just texted you.
Yeah.
A month later, I woke up one night around 4 a.m. My body was covered in goosebumps. It felt like someone was rubbing his or her hands on me. Everything was silent, but then I heard a dragging sound coming from above my bed. It was as if someone was pulling a sack of potatoes. I froze, convinced someone was up there. There's no way an animal could make that sound. After 5 minutes, I worked up the courage to turn on the light, armed myself with a cricket bat, and walked to the bathroom. That's when I saw that the new board covering the hole was broken in 2. I felt sick.
Wow.
The dragging sound had stopped, but I heard something else, whispering. No, it talks. The sound was clear and coming from the attic. It sounded like children's voices, and I could hear one sentence repeated over and over. "It's your turn. It's your turn." I switched on every light in the apartment to make things feel normal. No amount of light will make it feel normal.
Do you feel better, though, Erica, since it's like a kid's voice now, or do you feel worse? Like if it's kids just wanting to play like that? Like, your turn, look, your turn. Are you happier? Are you, like, less unsettled?
Yeah,
I'm not. Fuck those little shits. Screw that. Kids don't know. No way.
I'm most scared of ladies.
Ladies?
Ladies.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want a lady.
So, really? Versus a guy?
Yeah. It's close. I mean, it's insanely close, and both are awful.
I don't know if I'm more scared of them or kids.
Kids I can kick.
Not a ghost.
I don't know that.
Yeah, okay, go on.
It was 5 a.m. and dark outside. I watched TV to try to unwind. No, you go over to your landlord and you're like, "I'm sleeping on your couch because the place you gave me is freaking haunted."
Yeah.
Then a fuse blew. No.
If all you're doing is watching TV and a fuse blows, get the hell out of there.
After all of this, that's
After all
the
that,
kids.
especially?
It's their turn. Someone else blew it. My pet budgie Dexter, whom I kept in the kitchen, usually never made a sound at night, but he started squawking like he was being
Why
strangled.
don't you keep him in the kitchen?
I'd never heard him make those sorts of noises. He was screaming. No, I grabbed my car keys, ran out, sat in my car, and waited there. You didn't
your
get
dog,
Dexter?
right? You
No,
little-
Budgie's a bird.
Whatever. Your bird is being tortured and you're not going to...
That's awful. You gotta go get your little
Well, I think
dude.
we know where this story's going.
Yeah, I don't. When I saw people walking their dogs, this comforted me enough to go back in. The front door was open, but I figured I might have forgotten to close it when I ran out. I went to the kitchen to check on Dexter, but he wasn't in his cage. I felt sick again. All my windows were closed, so I looked everywhere. When I walked to the bathroom, I heard splashing. Dexter was half drowned in the toilet. I took him out, washed him, and dried him. I was so confused at 8 a.m. I called the landlord and gave her a watered-down version of the night.
Stop. You didn't call... Like, clearly someone took your bird.
Yeah.
So, and then your reaction is to give him a bat. Get the bird and get the hell out of there.
Leave with your sweet
Because
little guy.
I would at the very least think someone's in the house.
It's weird.
Right? Wouldn't
I
you
hate
think
it.
someone's like
Oh,
there?
for sure.
Like, I mean, I would like, yeah, I'd be like, it's either a ghost that can grab things, or it's someone's in the house.
Psychopath.
Yeah, get the hell out.
So we called the landlord. She said, "Oh, wow, you heard the whispering too."
Wait, so the landlord lives?
She knows about it. He called.
Yeah, yeah.
I stayed in that apartment for another 18 months.
What?
Why?
Your bird could have been. Oh my gosh.
You better have adopted him out to someone who's like, I would leave with you if I have ghosts in my house.
I'm just gonna fly out of this place as soon
Yeah,
as I get this.
bye. I heard the whispering on a few occasions, and twice the board covering the hole in the ceiling moved. Although I live elsewhere now, the landlord recently called. She said that her new tenants had begged to speak with me about some of the stuff that had been going on there. Forget it. It's their problem now.
I would talk to him.
I would too.
But I get that also you're like, I don't want anything to fucking do with that place. I would at the very least be like, I'll email him or like, or write him a letter if you don't want to like.
I would have to talk to them.
I would talk to them.
If they have like kids or
if they're, I mean, they could end up getting divorced or something because they're like thinking each other. Or they could, an animal could die. I mean, if her bird got like almost killed, then something could. That's obviously a negative presence. Something could kill something
Those are
else.
Mean kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Not good.
Poor Dexter.
No.
How do you feel about all that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sleep tonight. But yeah. I mean, I mean, if a board falls off in there, it's into the attic. Even if it like actually just fell off, like the board just came loose and fell off, no reason, no haunting. If it's night and a board falls off, revealing a hole into the attic, that's a creepy situation on its own. Then I would immediately go into like rationalizing, like, especially being like in my field, like knowing, okay, well, how would that fall? If it like made sense, like, well, yeah, okay, I can see that screws just broke or whatever, or rusty, like it probably just happened, and then I could justify it. But if it was just a board that fell and I couldn't justify how it fell, then no way we would be staying the night there.
No.
Like, actually, like, no way.
Nope. I will stay no matter what. I would not leave without my pets.
If I was going to stay there, I'd be looking in the attic. I'd have to know that someone's not in there.
Oh, yeah, you got to clear it.
Yeah, you have to clear it as much as you don't want to do that.
And then you
or call the police and they'll do it for you.
Yeah.
You literally, if you're like, I heard a noise in the attic, sounds like someone's dragging something.
Ask my landlord.
They will look, and then you don't have to. And then if they die, sucks, but it's their job. So
yeah,
100%. We came home from a vacation one time, and when I was little, and our door was unlocked and like cracked open. And we called the police because like it was like late when we got back, and the police came in, cleared it, and there had been someone was in the house. Someone had and it turned out it was this guy that kind of stalked our family for like a couple years or like a year or so. Yeah, he was like a homeless guy, like kind of homeless, I think, and he was he had, I don't know if he had Tourette's or something. He had some problem going on, and he like targeted on I didn't know much until I was later, but he like kind of targeted on our family because I think my parents were like nice to him when he like walked by or something, because he would like walk down the street and like cuss and stuff. And my parents, I think one time like said hi, like nice, whatever, and he like latched on, nice and then he like stole some toys of ours. I'm remembering all this now. He like stole toys of mine, like from my bedroom, like that same night and stuff, and I think of my sisters or something, and he like would place them outside like on the sidewalk for a while, like later on, and like they were just random toys, and then they finally arrested him, and I forgot about that. There's a lot more to that too, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, he like sat in our backyard one time, but like I think my dad came home, or the neighbor saw him, and he jumped over the fence. The neighbor jumped over the fence and like ran him off the property. It was crazy. Yeah, I forgot about all that till this moment. But yeah.
So glad for you remembering that before bed.
Yeah.
I've not had that happen.
That's good.
I think I've told the story of when my parents thought I came home but didn't.
Yeah, I think you've said that to me at least. Yeah.
If I haven't, I can
say
tell it on Patreon.
Okay.
Because it's a good one.
Okay.
I'm sure I've talked about it before. It is eerie. It's eerie because it was backed up by my mom and my dad. They both had the same experience. Not just one of them.
You definitely get a weird feeling at your parents' house in the hall.
That hallway is scary as hell.
It is really long, so you already have that going for you. But you definitely get a little weird feeling at night, or when the lights are just off or whatever. So, yeah.
There's something
but
about it.
But weird thing, like, okay, if it's haunted, you guys were the first people to live in the house.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
I know. Crazy.
Someone could just hang out there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is nice new
house. I think people
I've always wanted to live in a new house, says the ghost.
Yeah. I think people overthink it with like, oh, it needs to be like, I do think it can make a difference. Like something horrible happened here, or, you know, this land was mistreated, or we've desecrated it. All of that, I think, that's all like energy that could be bad. But I don't think I think it can also just be random.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It could, so it like basically attaches to you or someone one time, and then it's like, what's a sweet setup?
Yeah.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all I know, for how it works when you die, maybe they like thought they were at their house and popped into the wrong one, and they were like, fuck it. This will do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's never like a scary. I feel like it's more just like someone's kind of there or watching you, kind of, but not like in necessarily a bad way, but like someone's
bad to me.
Someone's there. I feel like a lady.
No, it's
I feel
like
lady.
A guy
I've always felt lady.
It's always felt like a man to me.
I've always felt the lady. Interesting.
I would always get scared too when I would make it out of the hallway back into the kitchen, because there's a big window over the sink.
Yeah, sure. That's a scary window to look at.
And then you have the whole backyard open. It's like there's so many people you could see standing in any area there. You don't want to look.
Anytime we've like house out over there, whatever, anytime I walk through that at night, I always look out. I have to look. I have to make sure no one's there. I'll usually just leave those lights on, like the outside lights.
Yeah, but the lights only go so far. So what's beyond it?
Yeah, you see most.
They have a common area, so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Very scary.
Yeah. Not super fun.
I always told myself if something happened, and I was home alone, I would run next door to their neighbor's house, who's like a hunter. So then I'd be like, I'm going to that house.
There you go. He has guns.
Yeah. All I have to say is there's someone after me, and I feel like I'll have a better chance.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's,
One day I gotta do a ghost thing at my parents.
Wait till we move, and then you can do it right before.
No, because if it's something cool, I need more time.
Well, I'm never going back there, so when you do that,
I won't tell you. I'll wait 10 years like you did for me with the hotel.
That was for your own safety.
Oh, this is for your own safety, too. All right. I got nothing else.
All right. Deuces.